Hey guys, it's JC here with another video for you. Today's video is going to be about how I edit my movies. I've got a couple of people asking me that question, and so today I decided to make a video about it. But first, I would like to show you my ugly Christmas sweater. Look at that, and hear this. Could it be worse? No, but I love the sweater. I think it's so cute. Look at that. I got it from H&M, and this was for my work because we had an ugly Christmas sweater day at work, and I decided to get this for that. So I loved it so much that now I'm wearing it for the video. So it's happy holidays. So let's start with this video. First of all, I want to show you the computer that I use to edit my videos. I use a MacBook Pro, and this is my third one. As you can see, I have this gorgeous cover that I got from Amazon. If you need more information, just leave a message and I will tell you all about it. But I love this cover. It is in two pieces. You see, you have the back piece with a little bit of ventilation here and little footies. And this gorgeous cover, this beautiful lady with a butterfly dress. I love butterflies, you know that. So and this computer still has the apple that lights up when you open it, so you see the effect there. I just love it. So this is my favorite computer of all time. I started using MacBooks in 2009. I had the white one first, and I think like a year or 2 years later I decided to switch to the MacBook Pro because I needed something a little more powerful, and I got that. I think I kept that one for almost 5 years, and at the beginning of this year I decided that I wanted to move to a Flash because apparently Flash is a little bit faster. So I got this one. I couldn't say enough about it. I'm really happy with it. It has a 256 gigabyte memory, so it's not that much, but obviously I have an external hard drive where I keep all my files. So what I keep in this computer is only the files that I'm working on, and once they're ready I transfer them to the external hard disk, so I don't use much space on this. So this is the computer that I use to edit my videos. At the moment, I am using iMovie because I think iMovie is very, very simple to use. Obviously, it's also native. If you have a MacBook Pro or any other Mac, you will get the software sent to you. So that is a great piece of software, and it's great to use. It's very user-friendly. You don't really have to know much about editing because it's, for instance, if you follow the instructions on how to edit the movies, put the pieces together, you will see that it's a very friendly software. So I've been using it for years, and I am very comfortable using it. In the future, I want to buy the Final Cut Pro because it does give me more features when it comes to like creating effects in the videos. It costs about 300 euros. It's a lot of money for me. So, but I am saving and I am going to purchase it. I tried the trial version and I loved it because it gave me so many different options that iMovie does not have. So I really decided that I want to go to that one. I also tried Premiere Pro once, but I didn't like it, maybe because it is so different and there is so many things that you need to learn that I was not very patient. And because I'm so used to iMovie, so going to Final Cut Pro was very easy because you can recognize a lot of the environment, and then you just have to learn the new things. So I decided that no Premiere Pro, even though it's the most favorite software out there, but I decided that I really want to have a Final Cut Pro. But for the moment, I use iMovie. Obviously, iMovie does not give me everything I need. So when I want to do something different that iMovie does not allow me, I use another software called Filmora. Filmora is not very expensive, but it gives you a ton of different features and effects, things that iMovie does not. The only drawback is that this is my personal experience, is that when you are editing a whole film in a Filmora, it tends to get a little bit stuck once in a while, and trying to play the video from beginning till the end does not go smoothly. I'm not sure where the problem is, so I stopped editing in Filmora when it comes to the whole clip. However, when I need like a little effect that iMovie does not have, so I open Filmora, I edit that very short video clip using the effects that are there for me. Then I export it into MOV, which is a high bit rate movie format. And once I have that done, I bring it into iMovie and add it to my current project. So this is how, for instance, I get the outro at the end of my videos. If you do not know what an outro is the last piece of a clip that you see at the end of a video, where you normally have the subscribe button. You have, for instance, examples of your old or newest videos, your social media addresses. You can also add some music behind it. A lot of people use that. I think it makes the video a little more professional and also appealing, but not many people have the patience to do that. So creating your video and then adding an outro piece at the end is an extra step, but I think, in my opinion, it's an extra step that makes your video a little richer. So that outro that I have at the end of my clips, for instance, that one is made in Filmora, because as you can see, my outro, sometimes it has like 2 video clips and then like 2 stripes at the top and at the bottom. That effect you cannot get from iMovie. You can have a split screen, but it covers the whole frame. So I go to Filmora, I create that piece of clip, and then I bring it into my iMovie project. Also, for instance, when I want to have special effects in a scene like a falling snow, for instance, like I did in one of my videos showing my tattoo, that was also done in Filmora, and then I brought that little piece of clip into iMovie, because it gives you like an extra, an extra fact, and makes your video much richer. But Filmora is just used, in my case, for these effects and not for the entire clip. My main videos I film with the Canon 700D, which is a camera that I love. You can see it for yourself. This is the image the camera has. But the only problem with this camera, and I already made a video about it, is the focus. It only works well when you have a fixed focus like what I'm using now. As you can see, it's focused on me. And if I move a little further like this or back, you will see that I go out of focus, because this is where I have to sit, because the focus is fixed. I use this remote, as I already explained in another video. Because if you use the continuous focus of this camera, it keeps hunting, and I will most of the time be out of focus, and I just can't take it. I just hate it. So if I'm using this camera to talk about a product, I need some close-ups. And close-ups I have to do in an overlay video. So first I record my video, okay, and then when it comes to the product, I take the camera, I adjust the focus, and I film that product. Or now that I have the A6000, which has a fantastic continuous focus, I sometimes film the products with that camera, because it never lets me down. So once I have all the clips that I need, it's time to start building the film. I know my videos are not perfect, but I feel like I improve every single video that I make. And I think that's basically what you have to understand, is that if you're starting right now making videos, there are lots of things that you will learn. So don't be discouraged. The first videos may not look that great, but every different video, every new video that you make, you will notice a difference. You will notice notice that you have a different focus, you have a different angle, you have a better lighting, you have a better sound, and that is all part of the process. So don't expect to get a fantastic and perfect video the first time. I mean, if you get, kudos to you, because you're probably a genius. But most of the people I know, they start, very simple, starting with their iPhones, with their GoPros, I don't know, whatever camera they have. And it's true. I mean, in the beginning, you cannot expect everything to go smoothly. So it is a lot of work. I think that editing is the longest part of getting a video together, because filming is easy. I mean, you set up the lights, you set up the sound, you sit in front of the camera and you talk, and the things that you don't want, you cut them out. And if you're vlogging outside, it's even easier because you have no lights, so you just have the camera with you and you're just talking to the camera and filming whatever you want. But the editing part is the one that takes more time, because you just have to sit at the computer and you have to go through everything that you want to have in the clip and make sure that the parts are, mixed in a good way that creates a certain rhythm to the video. So obviously it takes time. I actually love editing my videos because it's the moment when you decide how the video is going to look. You add a bit of music in the background, but just make sure that you don't use anything that is copyrighted. For that, I use the YouTube library, which is very big and gives you a ton of options that you don't have to worry about. So it's a great place to find music for your videos. The look that you get from your video really depends on what you have. Obviously, if you are filming in a very dark environment, you will not get very nice video. So it is very important that you have some lighting. If you have access to natural light, for instance, filming in front of a window, it's a great way to go. However, working with natural light can be a little bit tricky because it changes all the time. Working with artificial light is, in my case, the best option. I've already showed you in different videos that I have, for instance, 2 different lights, one on the left, one on the right, to make sure that my face is well lit. I have my camera right in the center, and the third light in the back that will give that glow to my hair. All these things make the video look much nicer. Sometimes you don't notice that there's so much work involved in the video because you're just watching it. But there's a lot of things involved behind that video that you're watching. So that is a very important tip for you. As for the sound is also extremely important in video. As you probably know, cameras do not pick up good sound. Of course, if you have nothing else to use, that will do. But if you can step up your game a little bit and get one microphone that can record your voice, that will make your video sound so much better. But remember, your camera needs to have a microphone input. If it does not have a microphone input, you still have the option to record your voice into an external recorder and then sync the sound to the video in post-production. My Canon, which is the main camera, has a microphone input. I use a microphone which is the Rode VideoMic, which is sitting here next to me, as you can see. I have a very long cable and I put it right here so I can sit far away from the camera and you still can hear me well. But why do I sit far away from the camera? Because in my case, I use a 50mm lens, and the 50mm lens crops the scene quite a lot. So in order for you to see what you're seeing right now, I have to sit far from the camera. And if I'm far from the camera and the microphone is sitting right there, you still can get a little bit of echo, and I don't want that. So I have a very long extension cable connected to the camera and connected to the microphone, and I can take the microphone with me wherever I want. As you can see, I have it here in a little tripod, okay? And I can carry it everywhere I want. And if I speak very close, you will hear me much better. Now, the last step on my videos will be creating the thumbnails. A lot of people use different softwares for the thumbnail, but in my case, I make it very easy. I have my Photoshop Elements 8, and that's what I use to create the thumbnails. What I usually do is at the end of recording my video, I record a series of post poses, which will be the basis of my thumbnails. Then once I have it in iMovie, I just take one of the frames, the one that I like best, and I save it as a JPEG. That JPEG will be imported into my Photoshop Elements 8, and that's where I start like creating the thumbnails. Why do I take the frame? Because the frame will actually be the same size as the screen, and that will be perfect for a thumbnail. Depending on the video that I just created, I will Google, for instance, some images, especially in PNG, because it's those images without a background. I copy those images and I paste it into the frame that I just took from my iMovie, and I start creating it. And you know, just be creative, just play with it, and in the end you will end up with a very nice and original thumbnail. Well, guys, I think that's all I have to say about how I make my videos. If you still have any questions that I haven't answered in this video, please leave them in the comments below and I will be happy to answer them all. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Happy holidays for everyone, and thank you so much for watching. Have a fabulous day. Bye!